Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com, here for NTMarkets.com with your Friday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, we've got the jobs report in about an hour and 40 minutes. So, of course, that's going to govern at least how the first part of the day goes. So, what I want to talk about right now is just some big picture stuff. We've had the huge bounce from off of 13 to 15, obviously. I mean, the V of all V's, right? We now see a market that wants to be above the green line here, the middle Bollinger Band, the 20-day simple moving average. That's since it was support back on October the 22nd and held on the 23rd. It's never been back. Tried to get back December 1st and the 2nd, but it couldn't get it done. So we're above the middle band. We're above the weekly pivot. We're struggling even getting below the 9-day, which is the blue line there, the 9-day simple moving average at this point. We saw central bank news along the way out of Japan, China, yesterday Europe, that has boosted us. And even when we push down, it's one thing for the bears to push the market down. That's called a market. It's an entirely different matter for them to be able to keep it down. Right now, the bears cannot sustain any down market moves for literally for more than an hour. So you have to respect that coming into a big number like non-farm payrolls, especially non-farm payrolls in December, because after this, there literally isn't much left between this market and the end of the year. And if this doesn't push us down, then it becomes difficult to see, absent some kind of a major news bomb, what is going to push us down. And I'm not being a permabull here. I'm far from it, because we are overbought rather on a lot of metrics. But what I am is a realist and a trader. And I worship at the altar of price above all else. And price is telling me right now that the dip buyers remain in complete control of this market. So you've seen, and everybody, I hear it every day, we haven't pulled back at all. That's not necessarily true. Pullbacks come in all shapes and sizes. And pullbacks can be a function of time as much as they can be a function of price. We pulled back 1% from the 75 highs. We've been fooling around up here now for going on, 9-10 sessions. And at least on certain metrics, things are starting to get worked off. We made new highs yesterday at 77.25. They tried to reject those, but it wasn't sustainable. And now we're sitting at 73.75. If we get above 77.25 and we start to engage the upper Bollinger Band at 2082.38, or 2082.98 rather, so 83. By the time it expands out, you're looking at 84.85 on the mini to get the band engaged. Don't fool yourself into thinking that we couldn't go on an upper band ride for Christmas. We absolutely could. I mean, why would we expect this time to be different than any other time? I mean, for the level of the pullback, I mean, the bears had their moment. They had a gigantic moment. They did what we were looking for. They traded down to the 200-day exponential moving average. They broke below it. But then they lost it. Then they lost the 20, the middle band. Then they lost the 50. And then they just lost it completely and gave it all up. And we've been basically riding the 9-day, with the exception of the 1st and 2nd of December, ever since. Bollinger Bandwidth getting tighter. It's not super tight. It's not here where it's like we're going on a major band ride. But don't think for a minute that if they pop this thing, we can't ride the bands a little bit. And if we do turn and head lower, you need to be reasonable in what your expectations are for that pullback. Because to think it's going to go below the middle band, might be an unreasonable expectation. And you definitely would want to be taking some profits and at least rolling your stops down. I certainly wouldn't be shorting in the hole. But we'll see what happens at 8:30. That'll be the catalyst for where we go next. Everybody have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. Follow us on Twitter at Princetontrader. Check out the website, princetontrader.com. Come check out the chat room. I'll be back Monday morning with another webcast. Trade them well, everybody.